मित्रांनो, तुम्हा सर्वांचं आजच्या तासिकेसाठी मनपूर्वक स्वागत. आज आपण बेसिक प्रपोर्शनॅलिटी थिअरम याविषयी माहिती मिळवणार आहोत. या आकृत्या तुमच्या माहितीच्या आहेत ना? कशाच्या आहेत बरं ह्या आकृत्या? All these figures are of triangle. You have seen how to find out the area of triangle by different methods. For example, if three sides of the triangle are given, then you can find the area of triangle by using Heron's formula. If only a triangle and the height is given, then you can find out the area of the triangle by using the formula 1/2 base into height. Here you will observe three triangles. In these three triangles, first triangle is an acute angle triangle and its height is AD. In the second triangle, the triangle is obtuse angle triangle. Its height lies outside the triangle. So, we take base as BC and height as AD. The third triangle is right angled triangle. In this triangle, BC is the base of the triangle and AB is the height of the triangle. In these three triangles, the area of triangle is equal to half into BC into AD. Only in the third triangle, the area will be 1/2 into BC into AB. Remember that height is always a perpendicular drawn from the vertex to its opposite base. Now in right angle triangle, AB is perpendicular to BC and therefore BC is the base of the triangle and AB is the height of the triangle. Now if we have to take the ratios of the areas of two triangles, then we can write it like this. Area triangle PQR upon area triangle ABC is equal to half into QR into PS upon half into BC into AD. In both the numerator and the denominator, 1/2 is same, therefore it gets cancelled. If we consider triangles with the same base, then what will happen? Here, two triangles are shown. Both the triangles have same base as BC. If the base is same, then the ratio of the areas of two triangles is equal to the ratio of their heights. Now look at these two triangles. In these two triangles, the base of both the triangles are different and both the triangles lie between the same parallel lines. You all know that the distance between two parallel lines is always the same. मुलांनो, लक्षात ठेवा, अंतर नेहमी लंबांतरच असतं. And that is why the distance between two parallel lines is always equal. In this figure, the vertices of two triangles lie on the same parallel line, and that is why the heights of two triangles are same. Since the bases are different, the ratio of the areas of two triangles is equal to the ratio of their base. In this diagram, you will see that both triangles have same base and same height. Therefore, their areas are equal. If the base and height is equal, the ratio of their areas is equal to 1/1. These triangles are called as equi-area triangles. Therefore, area of triangle ABC and area of triangle DBC are both equal. Look at this diagram. In this diagram, triangle PQR is given. XY is parallel to QR. Here, we will consider the triangle PYX and XYQ. In these two triangles, the vertex Y is same, and that is why the height of these two triangles is equal. We have already seen that if the height is same, then the ratio of the areas is proportional to the ratio of their bases, and therefore area triangle PXY upon area triangle XYQ is equal to PX upon XQ. Similarly, if we consider triangle PXY and triangle YXR, then vertex of these two triangles is same. X is the vertex. Therefore, their height is same. If the height is same, the ratio of the areas is equal to the ratio of their corresponding bases. Therefore, area triangle PXY upon area triangle YXR is equal to PY upon YR. If we consider the denominator of the left hand side, you will see that the area of triangle XYQ and area triangle XYR are equal because they lie on the same base and between the same parallel lines. Therefore, the left hand side of the equations are equal. By transitivity, we can say that Px upon Xq is equal to Py upon Yr. Here you will see that if we add 1 on both sides, then what will happen? That Px plus Xq upon Xq is equal to Py plus Yr upon Yr. X is in between P and Q. Therefore, Px upon Pq is equal to Py upon PR. This property is called as basic proportionality theorem. After learning this basic proportionality theorem, let's do some activities. Observe these two figures and try to calculate the remaining sides by using basic proportionality theorem. Now let us see the property of three parallel lines. Line L is parallel to line M is parallel to line N. On these three parallel lines, there are two transversals drawn. These transversals intersect the lines L, M and N in points A, B, C and D, E, F respectively. If you join point A and F, you will see that by using the property of basic proportionality theorem, we can prove that AB upon BC is equal to DE upon EF. They are called as intercepts formed by the transversal on three parallel lines. Using this property, we will solve some problems. Here, two figures are given. You have to observe the figures and by using the property of three parallel lines, find out ED. In the second example, you have to prove triangle AXY similar to triangle ABC. Think about it. How will you do it? There are tests of similarity. You always know the tests of congruency. सांगा बरं कोणकोणत्या टेस्ट आहेत? SSS, SAS, AAS and hypotenuse side property. Now in congruency, there is no such property as AAA. But in similarity, if three angles of one triangle are respectively congruent to three angles of the other triangle, then the triangles are said to be similar. तुम्ही हे 8वी मध्ये शिकलेला आहात की सिमिलर ट्रायंगल्स म्हणजे त्यांच्या बाजू प्रमाणात असतात. नेहमीच्या व्यवहारातलं एक उदाहरण देते. छोटा फोटो आणि त्याचा एनलार्ज्ड फोटो, हे दोन्ही फोटो एकमेकांशी सिमिलर असतात. त्याचप्रमाणे तुम्ही कधी जर एखाद्या बिल्डरच्या ऑफिसमध्ये गेला असाल तर तो जी इमारत बांधणार आहे त्याचं छोटं मॉडेल ऑफिसमध्ये केलेलं असतं. हे छोटं मॉडेल आणि ऍक्च्युअल होणारी इमारत हे दोन्ही सिमिलर असतात. आत्ताच्या अभ्यासक्रमात आपण फक्त ट्रायंगल्सच्या सिमिलॅरिटी बद्दल अभ्यास करणार आहोत. म्हणून AA टेस्ट आणि AAA टेस्ट ह्या दोन्ही टेस्टचा आपण विचार करणार. मुलांनो, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर that congruent triangles are always similar, but similar triangles may or may not be congruent. हे एकदा लक्षात ठेवलं की सिमिलॅरिटी समजणं हे अतिशय सोपं जाईल. आता या ठिकाणी ABCD हा ट्रॅपिझियम दाखवलाय. Now think about the properties of trapezium. In trapezium, one pair of opposite sides are always parallel. या आकृतीमध्ये दोन कर्णही काढलेले आहेत. ते कर्ण एकमेकांना O बिंदूत छेदतात. म्हणून आपल्याला सिद्ध करायचं आहे की AO गुणिले OD बरोबर BO गुणिले OC. यामध्ये सिद्ध करत असताना आपल्याला त्रिकोण AOB आणि त्रिकोण COD सिमिलर दाखवण्याची गरज आहे. कसे दाखवाल सिमिलर? या ठिकाणी AB पॅरलल टू DC आणि त्याची छेदिका आहे. त्यामुळे तयार झालेले alternate angles are congruent. Two pairs of alternate angles are formed and one pair of opposite angles are formed. Similar triangles मध्ये एक गोष्ट अतिशय महत्वाची आहे आणि ती म्हणजे एकास एक संगती, 1-to-1 कॉरेस्पॉन्डन्स. हा कॉरेस्पॉन्डन्स जर चुकला तर तुमचं उत्तरही चुकणार आहे. तेव्हा रिस्पेक्टिव्हली अँगल्स शुड बी ऑलवेज कॉन्ग्रुएंट अँड देअरफॉर 1-to-1 कॉरेस्पॉन्डन्स इज व्हेरी इम्पॉर्टंट. या ठिकाणी आपण कोनदुभाजकाचा गुणधर्म पाहणार आहोत. या त्रिकोणामध्ये कोनदुभाजक काढलेला आहे. आता याची सिद्धता देण्यासाठी तुम्हाला काही प्रश्न दिलेत. ते प्रश्न वाचा बरं आणि त्यांची उत्तरं लिहून काढा. तुम्ही आपोआप कोनदुभाजकाच्या गुणधर्मापर्यंत येऊन पोहोचणार आहात. आपल्या वहीमध्ये याची सिद्धता लिहा. यामध्ये कन्स्ट्रक्शन जी केलेली आहे तीही नीट पहा आणि मग सिद्धता लिहा. कोनदुभाजकाच्या गुणधर्मात द अँगल विच इज बायसेक्टेड, the ratio of those two sides is equal to the intercept formed on the opposite side of the bisected angles. So remember this property of angle bisector. आता यावरचं दिलेलं उदाहरण पहा. In triangle ABC, angle A is bisected. AB बरोबर 15, AC बरोबर 18 आणि BD बरोबर 10 दिलेली आहे. यावरून BC ची लांबी काढायची आहे. काय कराल? सर्वात प्रथम कोनदुभाजकाच्या गुणधर्माचे गुणोत्तर लिहा. Then substitute the values which are given. By cross multiplying, find out DC. Now D lies between B and C, and that is why BC is equal to BD plus DC. Now you will get the required answer. Here is one more example given to you. In this example, observe the figure very carefully. You have to use angle bisector property twice. Write down the ratios of angle bisectors. you will see that in a triangle, converse of basic proportionality theorem should be used. What is converse of basic proportionality theorem? If the given ratios are equal, then the line drawn is parallel to its base. Here we get the answer as the ratios are equal, and that is why the line is parallel to its base. मुलांनो, आकृतीमध्ये कितीही कॉम्प्लिकेशन्स असली तरी ती आकृती डिव्हाइड करून नेहमी पहा आणि आपल्याला माहित असणारे गुणधर्म शोधा. या गुणधर्मांचा उपयोग करून तुम्हाला कोणतेही उदाहरण व्यवस्थित रीतीने सोडवता येईल. आता याच उदाहरणात पहा. त्रिकोणामध्ये 2 अँगल बायसेक्टर्स दाखवले. अर्धा त्रिकोण जर तुम्ही पाहिलात तर तुमच्या लक्षात येईल की आपण शिकलेली अँगल बायसेक्टरची प्रॉपर्टी 2 वेळा वापरली की आपलं साध्य सिद्ध होणार आहे. या गोष्टी लक्षात ठेवा. इफ ट्रायंगल्स आर सिमिलर, their sides are proportion. Now this property you can use for construction of triangles. Suppose in triangle ABC the sides are 3, 4 and 5. Given thing is that other triangle has the sides which are twice the sides which are given in triangle ABC. You have to draw triangle PQR in which all the sides are in same proportion. That is, in triangle PQR, the sides will be 3 2s are 6, 4 2s are 8 and 5 2s are 10. Now you know all 3 sides of the triangle which are 6, 8 and 10. Now if all 3 sides are known to us, we can draw the triangle. You can take any ratio of the triangles and you can construct another triangle by using basic proportionality theorem. Here we can draw triangle PQR by given measurements. Let us see the property of the areas of 2 similar triangles. If any 2 triangles are given, then the ratio of the areas of 2 triangles is equal to the product of base and height. But if triangles are similar, then the ratio of the areas of 2 similar triangles is equal to the square of the corresponding sides. For example, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, then area triangle ABC upon area triangle PQR is equal to AB square upon PQ square is equal to BC square upon QR square is equal to AC square upon PR square. Remember this and solve the following examples. If triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, BC is to QR is equal to 3 upon 4, then find area triangle ABC upon area triangle PQR. How will you solve this? You have to think the property of the areas of two similar triangles. Since the triangles are similar, the ratio of their areas is equal to the square of their corresponding sides. The ratio of the sides is given as 3/4. Its squares are 9/16. Therefore, area triangle ABC upon area triangle PQR is equal to 9/16. Now let us see one more example. ABC is similar to PQR. Area triangle ABC is equal to 81 square centimeter. If AB is equal to 6, PQ is equal to 12 cm, find area triangle PQR. Use the property of the ratio of the areas of two similar triangles. Write down their expression. Substitute the values. Calculate by cross multiplying. You will get the area of triangle PQR is equal to 324 square centimeter. Here the substitution and the property are equally important. Now, if two triangles are similar and their areas are equal, then you have to prove that these two triangles are also congruent. Let us think about it. Area triangle ABC and area triangle PQR are same. If the ratio of their areas is equal to 1/1, then it is also equal to AB square upon PQ square. Take square roots on both sides. Therefore, you will get AB is equal to PQ. Similarly, you will get BC is equal to QR and AC is equal to PR. If all three sides of the triangle are congruent to the all three sides of the other triangle, then these two triangles are said to be congruent by SSS test. Therefore, these two triangles are congruent. Remember, congruent triangles are always similar, but similar triangles may or may not be congruent. मुलांनो, आत्ता आपण काही प्रॉपर्टीज ऑफ क्वाड्रिलॅटरल्स पाहणार आहोत. त्याआधी व्हॉट इज क्वाड्रिलॅटरल हे पाहूया. या दोन आकृत्या पहा. या दोन्ही आकृत्यांमध्ये ABCD हे बिंदू नॉन कोलिनियर आहेत. या ठिकाणी कोणतेही तीन बिंदू कोलिनियर न घेता चार बिंदू नॉन कोलिनियर घेतलेले आहेत. ते जोडल्यानंतर तयार होणारी आकृती म्हणजे क्वाड्रिलॅटरल. बट कॅन यू सी एनी डिफरन्स बिटवीन figure 1 and figure 2? In figure 1, take point P and Q, which is inside the quadrilateral. Join these 2 points. a segment is formed. In figure 1, some part of the segment PQ is outside the quadrilateral. Therefore, it is called as non-convex quadrilateral. Look at the other figure. We have taken points P and Q inside the quadrilateral. Join these 2 points to form a segment PQ. What do you see? You see that segment PQ lies wholly in the quadrilateral. Therefore, it is called as convex quadrilateral. मुलांनो, आपण आता सर्व प्रॉपर्टीज ह्या कॉन्व्हेक्स क्वाड्रिलॅटरलच्याच शिकणार आहोत. आपण जे क्वाड्रिलॅटरल्स पाहतो, फॉर एक्झाम्पल स्क्वेअर, रेक्टँगल, रॉम्बस, पॅरलेलोग्राम, ट्रॅपिझियम, काइट, all are convex quadrilaterals. Let us see this figure. It is familiar to you. Quadrilateral LMNP is a parallelogram. This quadrilateral has both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. When in a quadrilateral both pairs of opposite sides are parallel, then it is called a parallelogram. It has some more properties also. Let us see the other properties. In this quadrilateral, opposite sides are also congruent. Angles which are adjacent are always supplementary. Opposite angles are always congruent. The diagonals bisect each other. And if this parallelogram is converted such that adjacent sides are congruent, then it is called a rhombus. Let's go back and do some activities based on parallelogram. Here a parallelogram is given. One angle is also given. Can you find out rest of the angles? Yes, you can find out the measures of the rest of the angles. पॅरलेलोग्रामच्या प्रॉपर्टीज लक्षात घ्या आणि तिन्ही कोनांची मेजरमेंट्स काढा. तुमच्या वहीमध्ये उत्तर लिहा आणि ती पडताळून पहा. दुसरी ऍक्टिव्हिटी पहा. दुसऱ्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीमध्ये पॅरलेलोग्रामच्या साइड्स दिलेल्या आहेत. त्यावरून उरलेल्या बाजूंची लांबी शोधून काढा. Now tell me which properties you are going to use here. You are going to use the property that opposite sides of a parallelogram are always congruent. Here the third activity is given. If the half parts of the diagonals are given, you can find out the measurement of the diagonals. Which property will you use? You will use the property that diagonals of a parallelogram always bisect each other. Therefore, double the measure of the half part of the diagonal and you will get the length of the diagonals. One half part is given as 5 centimeter and the other is 6 centimeter. Therefore, the lengths of the diagonals are 10 centimeter and 12 centimeter respectively. If in a parallelogram adjacent sides are equal, then it is a rhombus. Rhombus obeys all the properties of parallelogram, but it shows some different properties also. First different property is, since the adjacent sides are congruent, in a rhombus all four sides are congruent. The diagonals bisect each other at right angles. The diagonals through which angle they are drawn, these diagonals bisect that angle also. Using these properties, let us do some activities. In a rhombus, if the side is given as 10 centimeter and one of its diagonal is given as 12 centimeter, you have to find out the length of the other diagonal. Now draw the figure in your notebook and you will see that the diagonals bisect each other. Therefore, one side is given as 10 centimeter. Therefore, all sides are also 10, 10, 10. And one diagonal is given as 12. It gets bisected by the other diagonal. When they intersect each other, the point of intersection makes 90-degree angle. Which theorem you will use now here? Pythagoras theorem should be used to find out the half part of the other diagonal. You will get the answer as 8. If half part of the diagonal is 8, the full diagonal will be 16 centimeter. And that is why the length of the other diagonal will be 16 centimeter. Now try to draw the diagram in your notebook. नेहमी लक्षात ठेवा की भूमितीची उदाहरणं सोडवताना आकृती दिली नसेल तर स्वतः आकृती काढणं गरजेचं. रेक्टँगल मध्ये opposite sides are parallel and congruent. So rectangle is always a parallelogram, but parallelogram is not necessarily a rectangle. In rectangle, both sides are parallel and congruent. Remember, each angle is 90 degrees. Diagonals bisect each other, and moreover, diagonals are congruent. That means their length is equal. When all four sides are equal and each angle is 90 degree, then it forms a square. All squares are rectangles, but all rectangles are not necessarily a square. In square, all the properties of rhombus are true. One more property of rhombus is there, which is each angle is 90 degrees. There is one more quadrilateral. See the figure. In this figure, only one pair of opposite sides is parallel. It is called a trapezium. Other pair is not parallel. If in a trapezium the midpoints of the non-parallel sides are joined, then it is called the median of the trapezium. The median of the trapezium. मुलांनो, एक लक्षात घ्या, मीडियन म्हटलं की बहुतेक वेळा त्रिकोणाची मध्यगा असंच आपल्या लक्षात येतं. म्हणून ट्रॅपिझियमला सुद्धा मीडियन असते, हे मुद्दाम आवर्जून लक्षात ठेवा. द लेंथ ऑफ दिस मीडियम इज इक्वल टू हाफ द लेंथ्स of the parallel sides. For example, Mn is equal to half into bracket PQ plus SR. या सर्व चौकोनांमध्ये आपण त्यांचे ऍक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री पाहू. ओळीने तुम्ही सर्व चौकोनांचा अभ्यास करा आणि त्या प्रत्येकामध्ये ऍक्सिस ऑफ सिमेट्री किती आहेत हे पहा. उदाहरणार्थ, आयसोसेलेस ट्रॅपिझियम इज वन मोर टाइप ऑफ ट्रॅपिझियम. इन आयसोसेलेस ट्रॅपिझियम, non-parallel sides are congruent and it has one axis of symmetry. If we draw a line passing through the midpoints of parallel sides, that is the axis of symmetry in isosceles trapezium. In isosceles trapezium, base angles are also congruent. There is one more type of quadrilateral which is called a kite. तुम्हाला काईट म्हणजे पतंग असं माहिती आहे, पण मुलांनो, उडवायचा पतंग आणि हा पतंग यामध्ये थोडासा फरक आहे. आपण नेहमीच्या व्यवहारात जो पतंग म्हणतो तो पतंग नेहमी स्क्वेअर असतो. and there are two diagonals. One diagonal bisects the other diagonal at right angles. Always we say that longer diagonal bisects the smaller diagonal. पण सर्व बाबतीतच हे सत्य असतं असं नाही. यासाठीच या ठिकाणी दोन आकृत्या काढलेल्या आहेत. म्हणून आपण असं म्हणूया की वन डायगोनल bisects the other diagonal at right angles. Here the angles which are formed are not equal, but the one pair of opposite angles is only congruent. यावर आधारित एक ऍक्टिव्हिटी करू. आकृतीचं नीट निरीक्षण करा. आकृतीमध्ये ज्या बाजूंच्या लांबी दिलेल्या आहेत त्या लिहिलेल्या आहेत. आपल्याला AC या कर्णाची लांबी काढायची आहे. त्यासाठी काय करावं लागेल? द प्रॉपर्टी that diagonal bisects the other diagonal at right angles हिचा वापर करू. या ठिकाणी दोन त्रिकोणांच्या साठी पायथागोरस प्रमेयाचा वापर करून आपण डायगोनलच्या दोन सेगमेंट्सची लेंथ माहित करून घेऊ. If AC is formed by segment AO and segment OC, after you get the lengths of AO and OC, add them together and you will get the length of AC. आता या ठिकाणी आपण सर्व चौकोनांचे गुणधर्मांचा अभ्यास केलाय. मुलांनो, पाठ करणं हे तुम्हाला आवडत नाही हे मला माहिती आहे. म्हणून इथे मी एक गमतीशीर ऍक्टिव्हिटी दिली आहे. सर्व चौकोनांची नावं आणि त्यांच्या प्रॉपर्टीज लिहून पत्ते तयार करा. आता आपण पत्ते म्हणूया नको, त्याला कार्ड्स म्हणूया. तुम्ही पत्ते खेळताना बदाम 7 खेळता की नाही? त्यामध्ये काय करता? बदाम 7 खेळत असताना पहिल्यांदा सर्व सत्त्या लावता. बदाम सत्ती, चौकट सत्ती, किल्वर सत्ती आणि स्पिक सत्ती. त्याऐवजी हे पत्ते खेळताना क्वाड्रिलॅटरल्सचे प्रकार जे आपण कार्डावर लिहिलेत ते लिहायचे. म्हणजे प्रथम चौरस, रेक्टँगल, ट्रॅपिझियम, रॉम्बस, पॅरलेलोग्राम अँड काईट. ही कार्ड ज्यांच्याकडे येतील त्यांनी ती पहिल्यांदा लावायची. जसजशी तुमच्यावर टर्न येईल त्याप्रमाणे त्याची प्रॉपर्टीज आपल्याजवळ असतील तर त्या ओळीनी लावायच्या. या ठिकाणी एकाच्या प्रॉपर्टीज लावून दाखवल्यात, त्यांचं निरीक्षण करा. एखाद्या मुलाकडे स्क्वेअरचं कार्ड आलं तर ते त्यांनी खाली ठेवलं आणि मग टर्न बाय टर्न स्क्वेअरच्या प्रॉपर्टीज आल्या की त्या त्याच्या खाली लावायच्या. पत्त्यांमध्ये आपण अठ्ठी, नशी, दशी, गुलाम असं लावतो. त्याऐवजी या ठिकाणी या पत्त्यांचा उपयोग करायचा आणि अशा रीतीने सर्व क्वाड्रिलॅटरल्सच्या प्रॉपर्टीज लावून झाल्या की त्याचा आपल्या वहीमध्ये एक तक्ता तयार करायचा. म्हणजे खेळता खेळता तुम्हाला सर्व क्वाड्रिलॅटरल्सच्या प्रॉपर्टीज लर्न करता येतील. आवडेल का तुम्हाला हा खेळ? मला माहिती आहे की तुम्हाला हा निश्चित आवडणार आहे. यानंतर काही उदाहरणं दिलेली आहेत ती पहा. पहिलं उदाहरण आहे की इन अ पॅरलेलोग्राम इफ ऑल अँगल बायसेक्टर्स आर ड्रॉन the quadrilateral which is formed is a rectangle. याचं प्रूफ लिहिताना तुम्ही 2-3 गोष्टींचा वापर करायचा आहे. First of all, you know that adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Therefore, angle P plus angle R is equal to 180. Half of angle P plus half of angle R is equal to 90. Consider the triangle which is formed due to the angle bisectors. Therefore, the third angle will be 90 degrees. In the quadrilateral which is formed by angle bisectors, each angle is 90 degrees and therefore the new quadrilateral which is formed is rectangle. Write down the proof. This is the second diagram in which a parallelogram is given. The midpoints are given. Think about it and write down the proof. There are some fill in the gaps given. Observe them very carefully and try to write down the answers of them. Here, observe the figure and name the diagram. State true or false. Read the sentence very carefully and write down whether true or false. And if the statement is false, correct it. In this example, you have to find out the median of the trapezium. Use the property of the median of the trapezium. In the parallelogram, If the angle bisectors of adjacent angles are drawn, then you have to find out the angle formed at the other side in a parallelogram. मुलांनो, आपण वेगवेगळ्या प्रॉपर्टीज क्वाड्रिलॅटरलच्या पाहिल्या. या प्रॉपर्टीजचा तुम्ही जर नीट अभ्यास केला तर त्यावर आधारित कोणतेही उदाहरण तुम्हाला सोडवता येईल याबद्दल मला खात्री आहे. धन्यवाद.